all day.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the ShipFlip channel. It is Sunday, May 10th. The weather's getting good, and we're getting out of the quarantine, and that's pretty much behind us in most states. So I wanted to talk to you real quick about a video that I shared on TikTok that I talked about some stocks that did really well over the pandemic time frame, like just the end of March till now. And so looking at those stocks, I went over some of the gains that they had, and if you had been anticipating this, then you knew that at the end of March there, when we were going into lockdown, that everything was plummeting to record lows, all-time lows in some cases. And so anybody that was opportunistic thought, well, go ahead and invest in some of those. So I wanted to talk to you about some of the stocks that I invested in and that I mentioned investing in on my Twitter. And like I said, on this channel, if you're here for just flipping arbitrage stuff, that's not what this video is about, so you can go ahead and skip it. But if you want to learn about stocks, you should watch the video, because this channel is about buying anything for cheap and reselling it for more. So any form of arbitrage, anything that you can buy for one price and sell for a higher price, I'm into, and stocks are no exception to that. It is the purest form of arbitrage, the fastest, least work intensive one, right? Like you don't even have to work to do it. It's passive income. So let me give you some of the ideas I had. Peloton Interactive was the number one that I thought of. That, first thing that came to mind was that everyone's going to be stuck at home, the gyms are going to be closed, and they're going to just start buying ridiculous exercise equipment. And a lot of people made money selling exercise equipment on the internet during this time frame. So why their brain didn't assume that most of the companies that people were overpaying for were going to do well over that time frame didn't dawn on them is beyond me. If your thing is buying stuff low and selling it high and you're not into the stock market, that's strange to me. So Peloton, like I said, ouch, had a 50% increase over the last month or more. This stock went up a ton, $14.52 a share. So anything you put in there, almost 0.5 times that was added to what you put on there. So if you invested $1,000, then you probably made $500, right? And so that's pretty good money on the stock market, I can tell you right now. And this was a great time to invest because of volatility. And so Peloton was one of the ones that I looked at, and that it went up a lot and made me some money. And so before I go further into this, the way you should be conceptualizing what I'm talking about right now is, because I'm not a stock expert. I day trade and I do things, but I don't want to put the expert pin on me that tells me, hey, I can tell other people what they should buy and sell. But you should start using your brain the way I am. That's what you should take away from this video. Every stock that I mention in this video, you should probably maybe put it on your watch list, but you're too late, right? These are the success stories. And I'm going to give you a pile of stocks at the end that I believe in, but you're going to need to watch the video till the end to find those. And, for now, these are the stocks that did well, and I can tell you why I thought they did well. And then you can see that I know, probably what I'm talking about when it comes to these other stocks that I'm giving you at the end. So Peloton, obvious to me, that was an easy money one to me. And so I was able to make some money off of that. Another one that did really well during this time frame was Shopify. And Shopify actually went up $326, which was an 85% uptick. The stock is now trading in the $700 range. So this stock was at the end of March in the $300 range. And during the time when everyone was stuck at home and a lot of the places that they shopped were closed, they shopped places like eBay, Amazon, and Shopify. My sales are proof of that, but also if you had invested in the Shopify stock at the very beginning, you would have basically doubled your money. So if you invested $10,000 into this stock, you almost made $10,000 profit over the month. And so you can see very quickly that there were some opportunities to make a lot of money on this. And, as for Shopify, I'm a big Flip Life guy, and that was no different. That was probably one of the biggest gainers over that point, over that time frame. Another one that I really, really liked, that I suggested investing in all the way back when it was in the low twos, is GoPro. And over the last month, GoPro saw a 67-cent increase. And I believe when I said it on TikTok, it was about a 30% increase. It's now a 25% increase. But again, at $3.50 a share after the surge, that means that this thing was trading, in the 290s, 280s. And so anybody with even a little bit of money could have invested $2.80 per share into GoPro and made a good return on it. They would have made $250 for every $1,000 that they invested, and they wouldn't have had to do any work. So if you just took $1,000, like you took your stimulus or whatever, your $1,200, and you just invested it in GoPro, you would be sitting on about $2,000 right now. So that's, or not $2,000, I'm sorry, $1,500 to $1,700 right now. Off the $1,200 that you invested, you'd just be sitting on, about $1,500 to $1,700 profit, just if you would have put it into GoPro at the beginning of the month. So that would have been a very good usage of your stimulus money. If you blew it on sneakers or something else, I'm sorry, but next time you'll have that opportunity. One other one, Apache oil. Yeah, so Apache oil was another one, and a lot of the oil stocks did really well on the opposite side. Not so much the oil barrel type stocks, but the crude oil stocks did well as a pushback from the deals that were going on with Saudi Arabia and the lower barrel price and all of that. Research, look into that, understand what I'm talking about, and you'll know what I'm saying. But again, these stocks that I just named, they were huge hits. Apache oil, let's see, Apache Energy rather, it's an energy company that specializes in the discovery of natural gas. This stock a month ago was like $8, right? And it actually is a stock that they give you for free for signing up for Robinhood. So if you haven't seen my Robinhood video with my link to sign up for free, go ahead and do that, claim your free stock and get started. You could get a $250 stock like Facebook. So, take your chances. It's free to sign up and you don't have to deposit any money to get your free stock. But Apache, again, a big 30 or 40% increase, an opportunity to make your money go up by a third. So if you invested $1,000 into this stock, you made $333, and so you'd be coming home with $1,333 on the $1,000 that you put in at the beginning of the month, and that's for doing nothing again. So to me, that was a good one to invest in. Any of the oil stocks, take a look at them, keep watching them, because there's going to be some turnabout, and turnabout's fair play there. So you should never worry about whether the market's up, market's down, whatever. You should always look at every opportunity to be like, hey, this unique circumstance creates some stocks that are going to be undervalued, and those are the ones I need to focus on. So here are some stocks to take a look at going into the future. And these are ones that didn't gain, because some hater on TikTok always has to chime in there and be like, everything's up right now. Well, everything isn't up. And I gave him 5 stocks that weren't up, 4 actually, because I made a mistake on 1. But 4 stocks that completely laid flat the entire pandemic or went down. And those are the ones that you should be putting on your watch list right now. And 2 of the biggest ones of those are General Electric, who basically saw 52-week lows during the pandemic, and they're dangerously close to it now at 590. They're at 628 right now, and that's down 16% over the time of the pandemic. So take a look at General Electric, understand what's going on, look at your VWAP, whatever, and understand what's going on with it. I'm targeting this stock at 625 or below. I think it could see some dark days ahead, but again, this is a stock that on a 52-week high is much higher than it's trading at right now. And so that's not reason enough to invest in it on a low. But at the end of the day, like, you're getting General Electric, who's not going anywhere, and you're getting them at the bottom of the barrel. You're getting them as cheap as you can possibly get them for. So put them on your watch list. I won't recommend buying, but put them on your watch list. Okay. Another stock that I love right now is the Ford stock. And I'm not a Ford guy, I'm a Dodge guy, but over the last month, Ford is down 8%, 46 cents. They were up in the 6 range, and so I target Ford. I've bought and resold Ford over 10 times during the pandemic. I just buy it below $5 and I sell it in the $5.50 range, and I just do this over and over again. Target Ford below $5. If it's not there tomorrow, just wait a few days, it'll get there for you. And then just hold on to it, and if you want to dump it at $5.50 or above, go ahead. If you want to hold on to it for a long ride, it should recover sometime down the road. But again, another stock that you may see some dark days before you see some good ones. Targeting that stock below $5. Carnival Cruise. This is a stock that got on my radar because I grew up in Florida, so that's a big thing down there. This stock here, over the last month, it's only seen a 2% increase, which isn't good, especially considering that that's off of it hitting its all-time low So then like it hit the lowest it's ever going to hit, and then it only increased 2% from that, which means it just didn't recover from this tanking that everybody went through. And so you're getting an undervalued stock. I think I saw August 1st, they're going to start cruising. People will be in line. I'm not saying they're smart. People will be in line to get on cruise ships the second that they open. And people will be in line for vacations the second they open. And people will be in line for football games the second they open. But Carnival Cruise is one that you should put on your radar because it's very undervalued. And if you can get it in the $13.50 or below range, you're in a really good spot. It's trading at $14.07 right now. So definitely put that on your watch list and try to grab it. And then there was one other stock here that I've liked, and I also sold this during the time period here, but it's back down. And this is Fitbit, who only saw a 2% increase, but it was higher. It was at one point $6.95. It's only trading at $6.78 right now, and I would target this stock around $6.60 or below. And again, you can trade that when it gets up close to 7. So hopefully I gave you a few stocks to look at, and at the very least, hopefully I helped your brain start to think about these and not be intimidated by them. You don't care what the company is. You're just buying it at a price you like and reselling it at a price you like, just like you would any other product. And so there's no difference in this than there is between buying a Lego set and reselling it, or buying something used out of a thrift store and reselling it. The only difference is you don't know what the price is going to be tomorrow, okay? And I saw Warren Buffett say that, and I really liked it. So you just got this neighbor that sells stuff that you can sell on eBay, except for he's a drunk and he's a manic depressant and he smokes pot every day, so he's just up and down every day. But he offers to sell his house every day, and he offers to buy your house every day. And every day he gives a different price. And one of these days, he might just be so out of his mind that he gives you a price you like to buy. And one of these days, he might be so out of his mind that he gives you a price you like to sell. And you should be ready for that day. So go ahead and download Robinhood or a stock trading platform. Go to my link in the other video. Get your free stock. Get trading. Don't be intimidated by this. It's so easy a caveman can do it. If you can buy something at a thrift store and sell it on eBay, you can certainly buy and sell stocks on a commission-free trading platform. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and subscribe to the page or like the video and share it for friends. But in the meantime, keep on flipping.